Hail, Theoden King. Arise now, arise, riders of Theoden. Dire deeds awake. Dark is it eastward. Let horse be bridled, horn be sounded. Forth, Erelingus! Arise, arise, riders of Theoden. Fell deeds awake. Fire and slaughter. Spear shall be shaken. Shield shall be splintered. A sword day, a red day, ere the sun rises. Ride now for Gondor! One of my favorite things ever. I already made a thing about this earlier, but I wanted to read it first. I didn't read it in the last one. I think you really need to read it and hear it in the voice that Tolkien says it, which is that of an angry warrior Norse grandfather out for blood. It's one of the greatest things ever written. Arise, arise now, riders of Theoden. Dire deeds awake. Dark is it eastward. Let horse be bridled, horn be sounded. Forth, Erelingus. So Erelingus is a reference to his great 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 grandfather that fought the foe. It's basically like calling down the name of God as far as you're concerned. Arise, arise, riders of Theoden. Fell deeds awake. Fire and slaughter. Fell deeds awake. Within the heart of every man there is a nature to do evil. It's within every one of you. That's God too. There's things that can pervert it. But you should know that fell deeds, fire and slaughter, sometimes that is needed. Sometimes that is the only way to defeat evil. Sometimes you have to shoot Nazis in the face. That's what this poem means, basically. Ride now for Gondor. At which point in the book and in the movie, he rears his horse back, kicks his spurs, and takes off like a shot on one of the fastest horses of the age, breaks out ahead of his men, and basically does a suicide charge solo into a horde of orcs, and cuts his way damn near to the gates of Minas Tirith. Because that wasn't even him. The god of that universe, Iria Luvatar, was flowing through Theoden's hand. Nothing on earth could stop him. He wasn't afraid of 20 million orcs. I'm worse. That's what was in his head. That's what needs to be in your head. They might be orcs, but I am the devil. And I've come for my due. That's how you should always be in combat. Fell deeds awake. It's like asking the muses of beauty and love for their keys to war. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then you should really go fucking learn a lot of shit about the universe. A lot of people forget about the art part in martial artist. The thing that separates an orc from an elf or a martial artist is what? Is it training and discipline? No. It's the fact that he fights with God on his side. When you do that, your fighting technique is not yours. It is Theoden's. It is whatever you believe your God is. Fight like you're gonna die, because you will. That is in essence what Theoden is saying. Everybody dies, but not every man really lives. Ponder this on the Tree of Woes.